Today on Beyond.
It's a bloodbath. Sorry to be gruesome like that.
A plot by a child to kill both parents ends in his mother's death, and a movie gets the blame.
Exactly which part of the movie inspired them, I don't know.
Will James be able to tell her niece why this tragedy occurred? And what is the one fact that can grant her peace? Plus,
she keeps her private life fairly separate.
Yeah. Well, good, let's go into it.
happy surprises are in store from this woman's mother. What could they be? Find out today on Beyond. Using his extraordinary psychic ability to communicate with spirits, he's transformed lives by unlocking mysteries and sharing secrets from the other side. James Van Praagh, best-selling author, renowned medium, and your connection to the world beyond.
Welcome to the show. We're keeping James out of the studio while I share with you our first story. In the hit horror movie Scream, two teenage friends go on a vicious killing spree. Our next guest says her two teenage cousins brutally stabbed her aunt to death, claiming the movie Scream inspired them to commit this horrible act. The piece you're about to see was taped before the show. No one in our studio, including James, has seen it. Here's Claudia's story.
Their plan was to kill the parents, both mother and father, but yesterday they stabbed the mother. The father was at work. And you know, she died from that attack.
Exactly which part of the movie inspired them, I don't know. I believe, honestly, just the movie itself. You know, I know my cousin, which was her son, used to watch it almost every day, I found out. So he just mentally had it all in his mind. I had spoken to her the night before, and she asked me to come help her with the baby, but I happened to be called into work that day. You know, and I know I shouldn't feel guilty, but I do regardless. You know, but if I do think about it, and I know I wouldn't be here myself.
Hi, Claudia.
Hi.
Hi, sweetie. How are you?
I'm good. And you?
Good. Nice to meet you. Thank you for coming here today.
Thank you.
I know you lost your aunt, and
Yes.
she was murdered.
Yes, I did.
Okay, I'm very sorry. And you want to try to reach her?
Yes, I do want
Okay.
to try to reach her today.
Okay. Is she on your mother's side of the family, please?
Yes, she is. Yes, she's
She's talking
sisters.
about your mother here. There's a woman who are talking about your mama. And she's also talking about either living with you at one point or living in the same house.
Yes, we
Understand
did.
that?
Yeah.
Because what she's talking to me about? With the kids, the children. She's also, I think there was either a bad relationship she had, either with this man, a bad relationship with a man or something? Or,
Her husband.
Okay. There's a lot of violence around this situation with her. I mean, I know she was murdered, but there's a lot of violence. And
Yes,
I
there
feel
is.
it was someone that she knew.
Yeah.
There's an emotional connection here.
Okay.
Okay?
I don't understand
She knows who
that.
did it, though.
Yeah, she does.
Was this a family member?
It was her son.
Oh, it's her son. That's a family member. Okay. Okay, because she's going through a emotional thing.
Yeah.
So a lot of pain here with your mom, with his mom. Did he stab her?
Severely, yeah.
It's a bloodbath. Sorry to be gruesome like that, but that's what I'm seeing is a
It was.
bloodbath.
Yeah.
You know, I see a throat also involved here, because he lashes the throat. I see that, and I'm seeing all over. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. His father wasn't living with him, was he?
Yeah, he was.
There was
Stepfather.
stepfather,
Yeah.
not his real father,
No.
not his natural father.
No,
Right.
stepfather.
Because there is definitely some problems there with his natural father, and there's a lot of anger there with his natural father, and this kid wants a normal life, a normal family life, and he can't have it, and he also blames his mother for this. I'm talking about years ago.
Yeah.
Years ago I'm talking about, because this stuff builds up, okay? And one of the first things how it builds up is the natural father, the relationship with the family. He wanted a normal family, and he couldn't have it. At least what he perceives as a normal family, okay? Is he in jail now? Is he in jail?
For life, yeah.
Yeah. I think that we're given choices in life, and I think that we come back on this earth and there are choices, and we have to build upon. And we can either go this way or this way in our personalities. And I think he didn't see the higher part of his personality. He obviously saw the lower part. My sister. Please give my sister my love. Please give her sister her love.
Who will?
Please. And she's working on forgiving. She's working on it. She's trying to. She's having a hard time. She's having a hard time also.
Yeah.
This can't be that old because it feels very new. It feels fresh to me here. She's saying that she cannot help her son any more than he can help himself. In order, she has to help himself first before she can help him.
Right.
Please, doesn't talk about not hating. Please don't hate him. Don't hate him. Okay? Because the word hate came out.
Yeah.
And you can't say hate. You know, we don't know. Someone's mentally ill, you know, they're mentally ill. You know, it's hard to hate someone they're mentally ill. There's something wrong with them. She says, keep my name alive. Keep my name alive.
I do. Yeah,
Did
I
you
know
keep
she
this? Was this in the
going to.
newspapers also?
Yes, it was.
And did you keep the articles or the
Yeah, I did.
stories?
Yes, I
And were you just looking at those recently, or
Yesterday.
Yesterday? Okay.
Yesterday.
Because she's talking about seeing you with looking at these articles of this, and you had to relive it. I don't know why, but she's talking about crawling away. She's crawling, and just crawling. She had to crawl. She said, I crawled out. I think she also might even tried going out of the house.
Yeah, she tried.
She tried, didn't she?
Yeah.
Because she said, try getting out of the house. Try going out of the house. She said, peace, honey. She's okay. She's all right now. She no longer has that physicalness. So when you think of her, she doesn't want you to think of her as, you know, like that way, okay? She wants to think of her whole. All right?
Okay.
All right. Okay, sweetie.
All right.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Because she's talking about seeing you with looking at these articles of this, and you had to relive it.
There was talk in a reading that you were just recently looking at newspaper articles about what happened.
Yeah, I was doing that yesterday.
Yesterday?
I was looking for a couple of pictures, and I happened to run into the newspaper clippings, and you know, that kind of shocked me because I was just doing that yesterday.
I think she also might even tried going out of the house.
She got to the door, and he managed to pull her back. Her throat was slashed.
She doesn't want anyone to hate him. Please don't hate him.
Are you capable of doing that?
I think in time, I'm able to do that, and she basically is asking, you know, of me to do that, and I have no problem in doing it.
I'm always curious about people who go through this sort of a experience with James. How do you feel about what happened?
Actually, I'm happy with what happened because I got to know that she's okay.
Yeah.
You know, and
Is that why you came?
Yeah, I just wanted to know if she was fine, if she was in peace, and that's basically what he told me, that she is. So I'm happy with that.
Still to come.
I said, Dad will never accept this.
She thinks she's in trouble for talking to her brother behind Dad's back. But James has an idea that may solve her problem. See what it is. Plus, it's time to go prying into personal stuff.
She keeps her private life fairly
She's
separate.
probably, well, good, let's go into it.
What things will she learn about her mother? The answer's next on Beyond.
We now join James in the audience.
Did your father pass over? No? Do you have a husband? Anyone? Brother, may I come to you, please? I understand that. Has there been some medical problems around your father right now, or some changes around his health or health concern, please?
My father
Yes.
might be very concerned because of my brother's
Okay,
recent death.
hold on. There's a man here who I believe is your brother, but he's talking to me about your father, okay? And there's a connection between him and your dad. I don't know what it is. I don't know if it's the same name or something.
Same name.
Thank you. Your brother's here, and there's concern about your father, okay? Was there someone that had an angioplasty?
My dad had a bypass.
Oh, okay.
Bypass.
Your brother's talking about this, your dad, with the heart, okay? Mm-hmm. He said he knew he was going to die. He knew he was going to pass over. He was warned. I mean, was this an illness, by the way, for a while, or for
3
a while?
months.
Okay.
He found out he got
Cancer?
cancer of the stomach,
Yeah.
and
Mhm.
unfortunately,
Uh-huh.
it was very quick. But he kept saying he didn't think he was going to make it.
Yeah, he knew it. He said, I knew it. He also told me he had dreams of people who passed over earlier, relatives, and towards like the last month, there were relatives, and he was telling people about he saw someone. Okay.
He was telling his wife that these like dreams he was having, and they were sort of freaking out because they didn't know what he was talking about. They thought he was sort of delirious, but he was very adamant about who he was seeing.
Very much so. I want to talk about the football, and I want to ask you, he's talking about football, and when he played football, someone at a service either mentioned about the football when they were playing in school.
His wife said something about Bobby playing ball with the kids when they would go like to the river and all these trips, because they're a very huge extended family, and they went everywhere together.
Okay, but he's just talking about his service or something, or there was a talk about it, he mentioned a response about football or a referral about football, and maybe that's for his wife. So would you please give her the message that he came through and mentioned that, just so she'll know that. And Robert's telling me that things are not settled yet. I don't know if there are 2 kids that he has.
4
4,
altogether.
2 and 2?
2 boys, 2
Okay.
girls.
But things are not settled yet with the house. Things have not been settled yet. It just happened recently, must have been like 3 months ago or 2
Yeah,
months ago?
3 months.
Okay, good.
Oh, I'm sorry, he died a month ago. He
month
was
ago.
sick for three
3
months.
months.
He
Okay, but
died
it
a
happened
month.
just recently.
Yes.
Because there's talk about this. Okay, hold on. I don't know if you're packing up boxes, but there's all these boxes around you, I'm seeing, okay? Which means that you're either changing your position at work, the office is changing, and you're packing things up there.
I'm packing a lot of things at house. Value doesn't seem to have the same value.
Okay, are you putting things in boxes? That's why I'm seeing boxes with you, okay? Yes, and do you have another sister?
Yes, I do.
Because I know she's with you, or she had to come over to be with you regarding your brother. Understand that? And I don't know if you and her had to go through his things with the wife, where there was talk about you going through some of his things.
My
Wait.
sister and I are having difficulties with everything.
Okay, so you and your sister are having difficulties about his belongings and going through his things with his wife?
Yeah.
Is that right?
Yes,
Okay.
it is.
That's what he's referring about, okay? Robert is also concerned about, he keeps on going back about his dad, and he said, tell dad, I know how he loves me, and your father might not accept that you've come to a medium and this communication, because that dad will never accept this. So I want you to say to him, I had a dream last night from Robert, and he said, tell dad I love him, because your father will accept much more that's from a dream. I think they gave him pain shots at one point.
So many, yes.
Okay, because he did not like needles anymore, couldn't take the needles, and he could not feel his extremities, he's telling me. I couldn't feel my extremities, he's telling me. And he goes, no matter what they did, I couldn't get out of it. I wanted to get out of it much earlier, okay? Okay.
They had him like in a coma state for, I think, like 6 weeks, and we finally said, take the medicine out,
Yeah, he
and
didn't
he
like
woke
it.
up.
But you know, you did that because you loved him. You wanted the best for him, you know that. So that's
Yeah.
okay, because you did it out of love, okay? I don't know if there's a Pam.
Yeah, I have a cousin named Pam.
He has a cousin named Pam. Well, give love to Pam too, okay? So he's with you. God bless you. I'll leave you with that, okay? Over here, because the lady's standing behind you. May you stand up, please? You lost your mom?
Yes, I did.
Okay, and there's a lady also that passes over after your mother?
Yes.
Okay, there's a connection with her also?
Yes.
Connected with your mother, all right?
Yes.
I'm not sure it's a sister of hers?
My sister.
Your sister, okay, because she said she's with a sister over there. This is your mother with your sister, okay?
Yes.
Was there a divorce with your sister, by the way?
She's living. That's
All right,
my sister.
who has a sister with the divorce? Where's the divorce in the family? Because I'm being told by your mother there's a divorce.
That's my sister Mary.
Is she currently going through it now? Or just
She's
had it?
been divorced for several years.
Okay, so she's had a divorce.
Yes.
Has she just met someone else? Or is she with someone else right now?
She wouldn't tell me if she.
She wouldn't tell you.
She keeps her private life.
I can't hear you, what?
She keeps her private life fairly
Oh, she's
separate.
private
Yes.
Well, good, let's go into it.
I like you.
Let's get there. Your mother's very concerned, not concerned in a bad way, just you know, because of her love. And I know there were 4 of you all together in the family, but there's 4 of you that she's talking to me about.
4 still living.
It's 4, okay? She's talking about 4, okay? And are there 2 in spirit then?
Yes.
Thank you. 2 of your siblings in spirit.
Yes.
I know that there's a sister or 2 sisters you have not heard from in a while. I don't know if there's a problem with a sister in you that you're not. I know the one you're not finding out her private life, but there's another one that I feel like I need to get closer to, okay?
She's the one in spirit.
Oh, okay, okay. Well, she wants to say, and they're very connected with you. You even look alike.
She lived very far away, so I didn't know her very well.
Okay, well, your sister wants to come in here, and she wants to reconnect with you now.
Thank you.
And she said in life we couldn't talk to each other, or we didn't see each other.
Right.
And she's able to do it now with you,
Okay.
okay? She also shows me craft work, arts and crafts, or doing craft work, and I think she did that. And I think either you got something from her once that she made for you, okay? And I don't know if you continue doing that sort of thing.
I did crafts.
You did crafts,
I'm trying
okay.
to think what I gave
So then,
her,
did you
but-
send her something at one time you made for her or something, and it was a Christmas or a birthday? But you making something. Hold on. And is there a room that you have that you do the crafts work, or you wanted to? Yes. You wanted to make this room. I can hear you. She's telling me you wanted to make a room for your crafts,
Right,
and it's still not done yet.
right.
You understand that?
Yes.
She's talking to me about angels you have all around you.
Yes.
Okay, like you have it in the house, and it's on a
Yes, I do.
wall. I see one with a cloth. One is made stitching with a cloth.
Yes.
Understand that? And I don't know if you made it or something, but she's connecting with that.
Okay.
Okay? And you hear her talk to you all the time, she said.
Okay.
Do you understand you hear her?
Yes.
Okay. God bless you, my friend.
Wait, will you don't. My mother and I were not on good terms.
Okay.
Just tell her I love her and
Hold on.
that I chose her.
She said to me, you did not speak to her?
We didn't get along very well.
Okay. Yeah, your dad's holding your mom right now, and your mother's crying too. And your mom is saying, it was my fault as well. Okay?
Thank you for changing the world.
Oh.
Next, what secret steps did this woman take to make sure she'd get a reading from James? She reveals her plan next on Beyond.
I don't know if there's a problem with a sister in you.
James said that you were not connected in life and that you needed to reconnect now. Why is it that you weren't together in life?
My sister Linda was 11 years older than me, and she got married when I was 8 years old, and she married an Irishman. She moved to Ireland when I was 10. So I would go for years without seeing her.
She also shows me crafts work, arts and crafts, or doing craft work.
I did wood crafts, small arts and crafts, and then large like bird feeders, and I would toll paint on them. And my sister never saw me do that, but I made gifts and gave them to everyone for Christmas.
She's talking to me about angels you have all around you.
And there was one angel in particular that I sent to my sister, and the one that I had given my mother that looked just like it, I found it a few weeks ago in a box in the garage.
Odd. Do you feel you made a connection today?
Oh, absolutely.
I don't know if I should even ask you this question. but-
I brought my relatives, my deceased relatives, to me last night, and I asked them to come through today, and I told them to jump up and down because how James will say, I see someone behind you. So I said, please jump up and down when I sit in the audience so that James will come talk to me and I'll know you're okay.
Well, I'm glad he talked to you. You needed it.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
And there's a connection between him and your dad. I don't know what it is. I don't know if it's the same name or something.
Did you feel in this reading like James actually made a connection?
Oh, I know he did.
At what point?
I know. There was so many instances. I knew he was talking about my brother then, and also my father. He had mentioned at that time that they had the same name, and my brother and my father both do have the same name.
Your brother's talking about this with your dad, with the heart, okay?
He said that he was worried about my dad and his heart, and my dad has been having problems, and this has been so stressful, losing a son so quick.
He said he knew he was going to die.
He wouldn't believe us when we kept telling him he was going to be okay, and he kept telling us he knew he was going to die, and that's really hard to watch somebody in their 40s tell you that.
I don't know if you're packing up boxes.
You know, when you have someone who was healthy just 6 weeks before all this started, and you didn't know anything was happening, we put too much value on personal belongings. And since this has happened, I've gone through my house and just wanted to pack everything up. Nothing means anything. Even my husband keeps telling me, stop packing things up. You have to have things in the house, and you just don't want them right now.
Yeah. Well, I hope this helped.
Oh, it did. You know, it doesn't just touch one person.
Yeah.
So.
Thank you.
If you'd like to be part of the Beyond Show audience and have a chance for a reading with James, call our toll-free number, 1-866-88-JAMES, or go to our website at thebeyondshow.com.
Most of us find, as we live through life, we've been conditioned to live in a box. A lot of us find comfort in the box. But it's when you step out of that box, life really begins. I hope you will step out of the box and experience life, what it really is all about. Thank you for joining us today. Come back tomorrow.
I just wanted to know, can spirits tell the future?
Spirits can see the future and behind you. It's like kind of a roadmap, and they can warn you about things in the future, but you have to do it. They can't give you the answers because you have a lesson to learn by going through that road, your own journey.